Have you ever found yourself moving more slowly when getting up from a chair? Or waking up in the morning only to feel your first step on the floor trembling as if your legs had forgotten how to stand firm? Many seniors are experiencing exactly that, but no one really tells them why. It's not because you're lazy, it's not because your diet is poor, and it's certainly not because you're old, so just accept it. The truth is this: your body is trying to tell you something, but you need to understand what that message means. Today, I'll help you uncover a critical secret one that far too many doctors and health magazines overlook. Muscle loss isn't inevitable. It's the result of a specific deficiency, one you can actually correct through the foods you eat every day. No medications are needed, no exhausting workouts, just 7 simple, easy to find, easy to eat foods, and you can protect your muscles, keep your legs strong, and stay independent far longer than you ever thought possible. And here's something very important. I want you to know, according to Harvard Medical School, people over 60 can lose up to 33% of their muscle mass without any obvious signs. At first, it's just a little fatigue. Then your steps slow down. One day you need to grab the arm of a chair to stand up. Eventually, stairs feel like a mountain, and you find your world shrinking to the size of a single room. But you're not alone, and you're not helpless. In today's video, we'll uncover together why your body starts losing muscle in your 60s and 70s, even with a normal diet. How to reverse that process using everyday foods you already know. And something special. The 7th food so simple that anyone can eat it yet, it's the golden key to preserving muscle and regaining strength without intense exercise. I promise I'll share that in the final part. So please stay until the very end of this video, because it could save your legs and your independence in the years ahead. Are you ready? Let's begin with a story, one that I believe might just sound a little too familiar to you. Helen is 83 years old. She lives alone in a small wooden house on the edge of a town in Oregon. That house once held 2 people, a woman, a man. Now only she remains. Every morning she pours warm water into a teapot, drops in a few slices of ginger, and sits by the wooden window looking out at the lavender garden her husband spent 30 years tending. Everything in the house moves slowly, just like her steps. But beneath that calmness, there's something she can't tell anyone. Something quietly happening inside her body. She can no longer climb the 2 steps she used to run up when she was younger. Her left hand has grown too weak to open the heavy fridge door. And what saddens her most is that she can no longer squat down to trim the lavender bushes like she used to do at the start of every summer. She knows she's losing something. Not her memory, not her spirit, but this very body. The muscles that held her steady for 80 years are now starting to leave her behind. That day when her daughter Linda came to visit, Helen finally said it out loud. "Sweetheart, I don't think I have much strength left. I feel so weak." Linda gently placed her arms around her mother. A soft, slow embrace. She was a nurse at a hospital in Seattle specializing in elderly care, and she knew exactly what was happening. It was sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. Linda didn't bring medicine. She didn't take her mother to a physical therapy clinic. Instead, she quietly began changing the food her mother ate. In the morning, she gave Helen a soft-boiled egg, not just because it was easy to chew, but because whole eggs, especially the yolk, are rich in leucine and vitamin B12 nutrients older adults are often deficient in. Linda said that every egg was a small step toward helping her mother walk stronger. For lunch, she made lentil soup with onions and carrots. Lentils are not only affordable and easy to cook, but also packed with plant protein, iron, and magnesium, 3 nutrients that help muscles contract smoothly, prevent cramps, and preserve muscle mass. Helen liked this soup. It reminded her of the vegetarian stew her husband used to make every New Year. Linda swapped out white rice for soft steamed brown rice. Not mushy, not dry. Brown rice digests more slowly, keeps blood sugar stable, and most importantly is rich in B vitamins vital for both muscles and the nervous system. Helen no longer felt drained after lunch like she used to. In the afternoon, Linda opened the fridge and brought out a tray of baked salmon. Helen didn't eat much, just half a small piece. But even that was enough to provide her with omega-3 fatty acids, the good fats that reduce inflammation, promote protein synthesis, and support heart health. Linda quoted a study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, which found that seniors who eat fatty fish 3 times a week significantly improve their balance. Helen didn't understand the science. She just knew that after 1 week she could stand up more easily. Sometimes Linda gave her pumpkin seeds just a small handful each evening. These little seeds contained magnesium and zinc, which nourish the nervous and endocrine systems. Not much was needed, but it was enough for Helen to stop feeling cold feet, tingling toes when she stepped out of bed in the morning. Linda also introduced her to tofu and tempeh, popular foods in Japan, where the elderly live the longest. Helen had never eaten soy like that before, but when it was grilled to a crisp with a splash of light soy sauce and a sprinkle of roasted sesame, she found it delicious. Each piece of tofu contained complete protein, something few plant foods can provide fully. And every Saturday morning, Linda made oatmeal porridge, cooked with vegetable broth enriched with almond milk, topped with a bit of ground flaxseed and thin slices of banana. That bowl wasn't just easy on the stomach. It was packed with fiber, helping regulate insulin, boost nutrient absorption, and keep energy steady. Helen ate a bowl and then went outside to water the garden. For the first time in months, she bent down without feeling dizzy. Each meal became a slice of renewal. Day by day, Helen no longer feared the act of standing up. She hadn't had a single fall in over 2 months. And what made her smile most was the morning she opened the window and saw herself bent down tying her shoelaces. Something she used to need Linda for. Helen looked down at her hands at her legs and whispered to herself, "Thank you, body. Thank you for not giving up on me. Aging doesn't steal our strength overnight. It's silent, gradual, and it begins in ways no one expects. According to research from Harvard Medical School, after the age of 60, we can lose 3% to 8% of our muscle mass per decade. This condition is called sarcopenia, a medical term used to describe age-related muscle loss. What's more concerning is that the World Health Organization, WHO, has officially recognized sarcopenia as a distinct disease due to its serious impact on the health of older adults around the world. But what really causes this loss? First, it's the decline in nerve signals. When we're young, every movement is guided by tens of thousands of nerves running from the brain to the body. However, a study from the University of Manchester found that adults over 75 have lost nearly one-third of the nerves that control leg movement compared to younger individuals. As a result, muscles aren't activated properly, gradually shrinking and weakening over time. Second, type 2 diabetes and metabolic disorders. When blood sugar stays high, it damages the small blood vessels that supply nutrients to your muscles, especially in your legs and feet. This means essential nutrients can't reach where they're needed, leading to local nutrient deficiencies inside the muscle. People feel tired, weak, or suddenly lose control. That's why older adults with diabetes often experience more severe muscle weakness, especially in the late afternoon. Third, hormonal changes, particularly in postmenopausal women. A study from Mayo Clinic shows that women can lose up to 10% of their muscle mass during menopause due to declining estrogen levels. Estrogen not only supports bone health, but also helps maintain muscle function and blood circulation. When this hormone drops, the body's ability to repair muscle after activity slows down and becomes less effective. Fourth, a lack of high-quality protein in the daily diet. Eating meat doesn't automatically mean you're getting enough protein. Older adults absorb protein less efficiently because of a decline in digestive enzyme activity. A weakened digestive system means that even protein-rich meals might not be fully absorbed. That's why nutrition experts recommend choosing easily digestible protein sources with all essential amino acids like eggs, fatty fish, and fermented soy products. There are also additional contributing factors such as avoiding physical activity due to fear of falling, chronic stress which raises cortisol and causes muscle breakdown, poor sleep or sleep disorders which prevent proper muscle recovery. All these factors, if left unaddressed, can cause your legs to grow weaker and weaker. But here's the key: this process can be slowed down. It can even be reversed. You don't have to make dramatic changes. If you simply eat the right foods at the right times, your body will respond, and muscle fibers one by one will begin to return, just like new leaves sprouting on an old branch after a long winter. Before we move on to the 7 foods that help seniors prevent muscle loss, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel so more people can benefit from this valuable information. Thank you so much for your support. And now let's move on to the next part. 7 foods to help seniors prevent muscle loss. Save your legs before it's too late. 1. Whole eggs. a nutritional gem for older adults. Did you know that just one egg every morning could slow muscle loss by up to 30%? Eggs are familiar, affordable, and easy to prepare. But the real value lies in the yolk, which contains leucine, an essential amino acid that stimulates protein synthesis and helps rebuild weakened muscle fibers. Think of leucine like a switch. When activated at the right time, it shifts the body from a state of decline to one of regeneration. Eggs also contain vitamin B12 and vitamin D, two key nutrients for seniors. B12 supports motor nerve function, while a lack of vitamin D is linked to muscle weakness and increased risk of falls. How to use one soft-boiled egg every morning, served with leafy greens or a slice of whole grain bread. Avoid overly oily fried eggs. Seniors with high cholesterol should limit to 3 or 4 eggs per week. Pro tip: soft boil eggs, season with pink salt or a touch of olive oil instead of mayonnaise. Pair with green tea for better nutrient absorption. 2. Fatty fish. Healthy fats that build strength from within. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. These oily fish may have a strong smell, but they're powerful allies for aging muscles. Inside their tender pink flesh lies omega-3 fatty acids, essential not only for heart health, but also for boosting muscle protein synthesis and reducing inflammation. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed 36 grams of omega-3 daily for 6 months gained nearly 2 pounds of muscle without intense exercise. How to use: eat fatty fish 2 to 3 times per week, best when steamed, grilled, or lightly pan-seared. Avoid deep frying. Choose wild caught whenever possible. Pro tip: marinate with ginger, lemongrass, or lemon to reduce the fishy smell and enhance taste. 3. Lentils and legumes. Slow burning energy for muscle recovery. 1 cup of cooked lentils delivers up to 18 grams of plant protein, along with iron, magnesium, and complex carbs to support post-activity recovery and provide lasting energy. Older adults often reduce meat intake due to chewing or digestion issues. Lentils are a gentle, effective alternative, soft, nourishing, and naturally supportive of muscle health. How to use: make soups, mix into porridge, or cook with rice. Avoid canned beans with added salt. Pro tip: soak beans for 8 hours and cook with ginger to reduce bloating. Pair with brown rice to form a complete protein. 4. Brown rice, a steady foundation for long-term strength. Unlike white rice, brown rice retains its bran layer rich in B vitamins, zinc, and selenium, all essential for nerve function and muscle recovery. It also stabilizes blood sugar and reduces post-meal fatigue. Many seniors avoid brown rice thinking it's too tough, but when properly cooked, it's soft, nutty, and easy to chew. Just half a cup a day is enough to provide steady energy. How to use: steam until soft, make porridge, or mix with white rice in a 3-2 ratio. Avoid overeating if physical activity is low. Pro tip: cook in a clay pot or thermal cooker to naturally soften texture. 5. Pumpkin seeds, small minerals, big muscle support. Often discarded pumpkin seeds are hidden treasures of magnesium and zinc, vital minerals for muscle, nerve, and hormonal function. Magnesium supports muscle contraction, heart rhythm, and nighttime cramp relief. Zinc helps maintain stable testosterone levels in both men and women, protecting against age-related muscle loss. A study by the National Institutes of Health found magnesium deficiency to be a silent cause of muscle weakness in adults over 65. How to use: 1 small handful, 10-15 gc daily, lightly toasted without salt. Add to oatmeal salads or morning porridge. Pro tip: store in an airtight jar in a cool, dry place to preserve crunch and nutrients. 6. Tofu and tempeh, longevity gifts from Japanese culture. In Okinawa, the region with the highest population of healthy elderly locals, eat tofu and tempeh daily. These are complete plant-based proteins containing all 9 essential amino acids the body cannot produce on its own. Tempeh also provides natural probiotics which aid digestion and nutrient absorption. Tofu and tempeh are also rich in calcium, phosphorus, and isoflavones, compounds that strengthen bones, reduce inflammation, and support muscle recovery after age 60. How to use: slice into small pieces, pan-sear, with olive oil, season lightly with sea salt and sesame seeds. Serve with steamed vegetables. Pro tip: marinate tempeh in light soy sauce, chopped ginger, and a bit of honey, then grill until crisp. Delicious and easy to digest. 7. Oats, a gentle start to a strong day. A bowl of oatmeal in the morning is like a soft hello your body truly needs. Oats contain beta-glucan, a fiber that stabilizes blood sugar, reduces inflammation, and supports heart health, all of which help maintain stable muscle function. Oats also provide a good amount of plant protein and B vitamins, key players in energy production and muscle repair. A study in the European Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who ate oats daily improved their mobility and energy control compared to those who didn't. How to use rolled oats or steel-cut oats, cook with almond milk or vegetable broth, and top with flaxseed, pumpkin seeds, and fresh fruit. Pro tip, avoid prepackaged oats with added sugar. Use cinnamon or vanilla to enhance flavor naturally. Eat right to protect your muscles and keep your legs strong. Older adults don't need to change the world to keep their legs strong. Sometimes just a small change in your daily plate is all it takes. These 7 foods can slow muscle loss, improve mobility, lower your risk of falling, and restore your confidence that growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. Final reveal, a simple meal that could save your legs before it's too late. Do you remember Helen? In the story at the beginning of this video, she could no longer step down into her garden to trim her lavender like she used to. But there's something I haven't told you yet. Something that brought her to tears the moment she stood up without holding on to the chair after nearly 3 months. It was thanks to a meal we've all tasted at some point, but may have forgotten its true power. Oatmeal. A bowl of warm oats in the morning cooked with almond milk sprinkled with ground flaxseed and banana slices. Gentle, but powerful. That little bowl did something most people wouldn't expect. It delivered soluble fiber, stabilized blood sugar, supported protein synthesis, and sustained her energy throughout the day. A study from the Harvard School of Public Health revealed that older adults who eat oatmeal regularly in the morning experience less imbalance and fatigue during the day compared to those who don't. But beyond the data, Helen felt it. On the 14th morning after breakfast, she stood up without needing the armrest. She walked onto the porch, looked up at the sky, and whispered to herself, "I'm back." Oatmeal isn't just a meal. It's a symbol of the beginning, a beginning of freedom, a return to ownership of the body, a fresh start for hope. Start your day with something simple yet right. Your body will thank you, your legs will stand steadier, and your heart will feel a little warmer knowing you're still strong inside. When we're young, our legs are a given. We walk, we run, climb stairs, bend down to tie a shoelace. No one thinks the day will come when those things become hard. But then age arrives, and each morning it takes one extra breath to rise. Each step, each stair becomes a quiet challenge. Not because you're weak, but because your body's asking you to listen. And today you did. By staying with me until the end of this video, you've given yourself a chance. A chance to realize that muscle loss is not inevitable. That you can do something starting right now, starting with the food on your plate. Just 7 simple foods, easy to digest, easy to prepare, easy to love. Your body can restart, your legs can grow strong again, and you can rediscover the freedom in every step you take. If today's message felt helpful, leave a comment below, share your experience, or simply write the word "thank you" to offer hope to someone who may need it. And if someone comes to mind, a loved one, a friend, a parent, share this video with them. Because just one good breakfast can make a difference in someone's entire journey. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss the warm health messages we send each week to you who are learning to age beautifully and strongly. It's never too late to care for yourself. And hope always begins with the simplest things, like an egg, a spoonful of oats, or a tiny handful of seeds. See you in the next video.